Like, and he's giving it right back to him.
Oh, he's giving it him more than back there. I hope
the relationship between Riyadh season and the relationship between the Ring magazine and the promoters will continue at least for the next 1 or 2 years.
Oh man, Turkey, what you talking about, Turkey? What you talking about? Listen, in this video, I will be breaking down everything His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh said on X. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh went on X Live and he was explaining the position of Ring Magazine, TKO with the rest of the boxing world, and all of this stuff about the commissions and against the promoters. And, So we'll talk about all of that. And I did miss the live on X, but thank goodness to Fight Hype. And shout out to Fight Hype. I was able to listen to what His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh had to say, and I know not a lot of people had the opportunity to listen to it. And I'm going to break it down because Turki Al-Sheikh, he speaks very patiently, and I just want to, for the war room at least, break down what he had to say. I also want to say this, okay? I won't be calling the Nick Ball versus Doheny fight that's happening in a few hours. I also won't be able to call Ammo Williams versus Patrice Volney, which, you guys know, if you guys are day ones and you remember Hard Knock Nights Live, Patrice Volney, that's my brother, okay? So, of course, I'm rooting for Patrice Volney, but if Ammo Williams does his thing, shout out to Ammo Williams. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this, Ammo, you did look a little nervous, though. In that face-off, you looked a little nervous, like you were getting the jitteries out against Volney. Listen, that's one thing. I know Volney can fight. Okay, I know he can fight. And I think Ammo Williams does too. Ammo Williams, he has accomplished more. His experience is better than Volney's. I favor Ammo Williams in that fight, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's talk about His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and what he had to say. A lot of you guys DM'd me. I didn't get that many emails this time, but I got a few DMs, really, and really on X, saying, did Turki say that he's only going to be around in boxing for the next year or two? Let me break this down. First, let me say this. He gave a very clear position on Ring Magazine and how Ring Magazine is going to be involved here. Ring Magazine will not be involved with TKO. Okay, that's the boxing league, Dana White's boxing league, TKO, which is funded by His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. They partnered to do this new boxing league. Ring Magazine is not going to be associated with that.
The Ring Magazine will keep the legacy of 103 years. It will not be involved in any of these things. This is something separate. The Ring Magazine will focus doing what the Ring Magazine has doing in the last more than 100 years.
So, and he alluded to this a few times in this live. He was talking about how TKO is going to be separate from the rest of the boxing world. It's a part of boxing, of course, because it's going to be a boxing sport. But he's saying that there's space for TKO. So if you think about it, and it makes sense, this boxing league, this Dana White boxing league, is really the imagination from the imagination of Dana White. Dana White wanted to enter boxing with his own boxing league, and His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh saw this vision, and he is partnering with Dana White to help bring this vision into reality, and it seems like it's going to be on Netflix. So the TKO Boxing League is going to be a thing, but it's not here to replace the boxing space, traditional boxing. It's not here for that, and His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh made that clear here.
This league is project not against anyone, not against the commission, not against the promoters. This is my opinion, and this is from my side. It is a project, will have space in the market, and we will still see the four belt and the commission and the promoters. The market is huge and no one can delete anyone from this market.
So let's summarize this so far. Ring Magazine is going to still be included with the other sanctioned bodies, with the promoters, and everything else. Turki Al Sheikh and Ring Magazine, that is separate from the TKO Boxing League. Now, no matter what is said or what they try to say or what whoever has to say, that's competition. All right. And Dana White, with this new boxing league, he's going to have to sink or swim with it. So he's going to have to make sure that the boxing league is providing something to boxing fans that boxing fans desperately need to see and would prefer. No matter what, it's competition. And I think that's why Turki Al Sheikh said before, talking about we going after the other promoters, he was friendly, talking about friendly competition. But Turki Al Sheikh and Riyadh season is very much working with the other promoters, Queensberry, Matchroom, Golden Boy, PBC, Top Rank, and Turki Al Sheikh, he has invested interest in the zone. So I just want this understood because I was confused on this myself. The boxing league is not here to replace the traditional boxing space, but is here to be an added option. And honestly, when it comes to customers and the paying fans, competition is always preferred. All right. So that's what's going on there. Now, he did mention the whole 2 years thing, being around for 1 or 2 years. And I want you guys to understand that he's not saying that he is only going to be around for the next year or two. Here's what he said.
The relationship between Riyadh season and the relationship between the Ring Magazine and the promoters will continue at least for the next 1 or 2 years. This depends about their reaction and about what is the options they will give us. If it is good for us, we will do it. In this situation, I like what that Matchroom and Eddie Hearn doing. Eddie, still until now, discussing with my team and with me to doing a big fights around the world. And he continue. Eddie do it and take their position in smart things. He decide to continue to work with us if we are continuing doing business with him.
What he's saying is he has the next year or so already planned out. You have the, Times Square, what's going on with Cinco de Mayo with, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, the 3 of the 4 Kings, Teofimo Lopez, Devin American Dream, and Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull. That's there, right? You have, after that, potential fights in October with Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, potentially Teofimo Lopez against Boots. These are the things that Turki Al Sheikh is already planning. Don't forget, he already has a 5-fight deal with Saul Canelo Alvarez that starts from now and ends at the end of 2027, I believe. So he is saying that the next year or so is already planned out. And he's saying after those years, if Matchroom, Queensberry, Golden Boy, if they still want to work with him, fine, we could go on forever. But he's saying at least for the next year or two, or the next 2 years, he already has that deal done. Like there are next 2 years, no matter what, Riyadh season is going to be participating in the traditional boxing space at least for the next 2 years, because that's just what it is. After that, after he's done with his 2 years, it's almost like attempt to hire, right? After these 2 years, if they still like the money that's being made, the excitement that they're bringing to their networks and stuff like that, they will continue on with their relationship. No matter what, though, Dana White has to sink or swim with TKO Boxing, right? So if that is prosperous, even if the traditional boxing space no longer wants to work with Riyadh season, he's already invested in TKO Boxing League. So Turki Al-Sheikh has placed himself, and especially with Ring Magazine, and we'll talk about Ring Magazine in a minute. He has cemented himself, and he's already in the Hall of Fame, right? So he has cemented himself in boxing in every avenue to where he can be a major player. And that's what it sounds like to me. Now, I'm going to end with the Ring Magazine thing. Ring Magazine, he's talking about all these plans for Ring Magazine. Anime. Here, let him say it.
The Ring Magazine now working for doing animation, TV series, comic book, manga, and video games, and movie and TV series. There is a lot of surprise will come to the market from the Ring Magazine.
Listen, I'm extremely excited about that because that's what I've been saying here in the War Room for years. You know, I've been talking about trading cards, video games, a boxing league, movies, cartoons, comic books. And I was talking about all those things because I'm from the 80s. For me, when boxing was just popping in the 80s, and in the 80s, we had Rain King, Mike Tyson Punch Out, the Rocky movies. We had, I mean, it was just, it was constantly lit with comic books. You know, Muhammad Ali versus Superman, what was that, in the 70s? You had Raging Bull. You had all of these movies and these comic books and these cartoons and trading cards. A lot of those trading cards that, you know, I give away is from that era. All those things went down, and I call it the Mayweather effect because the timing of it. But all those things went down, you know, and to just totally disappearing. Now, you know, now Creed's coming back and stuff like that. So if Ring could have Ring movies, I'm sorry guys, this went out. But if Ring can have Ring movies and cartoons and Ring video games and stuff like that, all of that gets boxing lit again. The more the merrier. And I'm excited to hear that, and I would definitely love to participate. The War Room would love to be a part of something like that, you know, cartoons and video games and stuff like that. I mean, I think anything to help make boxing the #1 sport in the world again, I am totally behind. So pause. I just wanted to let you guys know and summarize what was actually being said by His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. I want to say this. I will be spending more time with Ms. Biz for the rest of the weekend. You know, I mean, you got to do that as hubby, and actually, it's a lot of fun when you sit back and be like, baby, what do you want to do? I want a pedicure, manicure, I want to go furniture shopping. I want to, you know, eat at this restaurant, and I want to It's adorable. It's very cute, and it's fun to do. And we're doing more of that for the rest of the week. Oh, I want to say, honestly, it gives me, I'm downloading WWE 2K25 too, so shh, you know what I'm saying? But I want to say this. Hold on, let me get this. I went comic book shopping, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to read this new comic book I got. First of all, you guys were telling me about the explicit content of the new Daredevil. All right, I got book 2. I didn't see book 1, so I can't pop it open right now. So I'll get book 1 or order it or whatever. I'm looking forward to read that because the Wolverine Revenge was insane. That was great. But this, I didn't even know about this or heard about this. AVA, Aliens versus Avengers. You guys heard about this? It sounds kind of like weird because Thor, Iron Man should blow up just by himself, whip every alien on the planet, right? The Incredible Hulk. Look, you got Captain Marvel. What would an alien do against Captain Marvel, all right? But it's a little hokey, a little cheesy maybe, but with Hickman writing it, right? I am very excited to read that. So I'm looking forward to once I get the opportunity to sit down, unwind, maybe Sunday evening, I'll be taking in and all my comic books, reading all my comic books. But real quick, I do want to show you the face-off with Nick Ball, the face-off with Ammo versus Valdi. We're in the zone war room. We're in the zone war room.
You know,
Ladies and gentlemen, this our main event tomorrow night. 12-round schedule for the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World.
Well, this is intense. This is fiery. Nick Ball says, "Get your hands off me," to security. I've never seen Nick Ball go back and forth with an opponent like this at a weigh-in. TJ Dehenny looks absolutely irate.
Yeah, he's fired up. Nick's fired up there, but I know what will be in Nick's mind. He wants to do a job on this guy and move on to a massive, massive fight.
Well, Dehenny has a point to prove, but I tell you what, Nick Ball is game as you like, and he is giving it right back to him.
Oh, he's giving it in more than back there. There's, I hope there's more. There we go.
Shove there as well. The security's he's sort of fighting security there. Is TJ Dehenny. He's absolutely incensed. He'll have to be calmed down here.
His flip-flops off a lot.
Well, he has missed the weight by an ounce. I'll tell you what, that might...
Let's go!
De batería, puñeta. ¿Para matar?
Ladies and gentlemen, from Orlando, Jonathan Montan's Mantequilla from Kings, 10 rounds to the middleweight match from Boxing, live on his own.